Seems like a lifetime ago we played in that championship game, and it'd be good to rehash today. So just obviously start with, and I've said those things after the game. Just so appreciative to all the folks that really just helped us get here. And I just go back in time and talk to from the rebirth of our program and the recruits that came in, believed in us, the fans, the alumni, the supporters that really gave us this opportunity to be standing here today with a championship. So just want to thank all those folks, thank our staff, all the hard work, and the players who believed. And so let's talk about the game. Obviously coming back from a really tough defeat, and then two defeats in a row, from two really good teams was tough. Somewhere we had not been, and having to be on the road. I don't guess anybody ever won that road contest. So an early game and all those things that go with it. But what a great fan turnout we had. I think that was probably one of the best practices, if not the best practice week we had all year. And getting a lot of guys healthy did, of course, make a difference. But what a game. From a coach's standpoint, it was a tough one, but back and forth. And I have been really, since that game, I've been all over the Southeast. I was in South Georgia, I was in Miami, and just it was been really cool for all the people that got to see that game, because it was a national game, to see it and experience it. But just so proud of our team's effort. I mean, I can just find there's so many plays in that game where guys just gave unbelievable effort and played so hard and so well. Once again, Middle Tennessee played great. Hats off to them for what a great year they had, and it was really, very humbling experience to get that trophy for UAB and to win the first conference championship. So, questions?
Coach, what do you take from last year's bowl preparation that you're going to tweak and
Sure.
improve on this go around?
I think we were literally happy to be there. I mean, I think we were just so proud to have made a bowl, and I think that process to get those 8 wins seemed like it was just a constant struggle and a fight, and it always is like that to win ball games in college football. But we were, I think we went into that game, just more excited about the experience and the things that went there. And I think we caught Ohio at a time where they were really they had something to prove. They had lost 2 close games at the end. We had won some, found ways to win them. And I just think the mindset of our team is totally different. I saw that, and this is the first thing I hear is when they come in for workouts on Monday, they're thanking our strength coach, they're thanking the staff, they're taking care of their academics, which is rule number 1 for us, but they're doing the things that I would expect a championship team to do. So I think that's number 1. I think number 2 for us, we want to enjoy the experience, and it's going to be great to be there. It's a great setting. I was there recruiting, and it was 89 degrees and beautiful, and but we're going to win a ball game. And I'm sure Northern Illinois feels the same way. I mean, this is how many conference championship? 5 conference championship head-to-head. There's only 5 of those out there. So. 3. Okay. I was going to say I didn't think it was that many, but not many. So that's a big deal for us. We came in Saturday for our first day back, totally focused, and we need to knock the rust off. Had a really good recruiting weekend going on, but it is to win the game. And I think we'll see how we perform, but I do see a different mindset.
And speaking of this game, only 1 of 3 matchups of conference champions. They get a guy, Sutton, on the edge. What have you seen from him on film, and what kind of attention do you need to put his way, because he is a very disruptive
Sure.
this year?
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're leading the nation in sacks. I mean, we were right up there. So I know our offensive tackles are used to blocking our guys, which is probably a pretty good preview. The thing I've seen out of them, number 1, I love good defense, and they play really good defense. Their edge guys, and they keep them rotated, are relentless. I think he might have been a running back before, so that tells you how athletic he is. And those 2 edge guys for them just constantly scream, off the edges. So we're going to have to do a great job. We're going to have a plan to help those tackles some, like everybody has. And I will say, I like our 2 offensive tackles. So I think they've blocked some really good players. But this guy is dynamic. I think he's projected as a 1st or 2nd round draft choice. So it's going to be tough.
How would you compare him to like Ferguson, like at Louisiana Tech, some of the guys they
He would be more to me. I would compare him to Trey Crawford for us, which I mean that's hard to give him much more praise than that. The one thing I love about him is he's relentless. You know, I guess I hate and love about watching him is, I mean, you know, he is tenacious and you know fights through blocks and just plays really, really hard. And I think that's characteristic of their whole team. But he would be fun to watch if I didn't have to play against him.
3 weeks in between games, not quite 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Is this going to be about as healthy as you've been coming into a game? At least that's the thought process.
Correct. Yeah, it's the healthiest we've been since I really don't remember. You know, so just having our guys almost at full strength. We've got a couple guys that are out there. Probably, you know, they're not quite 100%, but I mean, just to have almost our whole team back together is exciting, and that's kind of where we were. You know, just the difference between us in the last game and the championship game, there was obviously a noticeable difference. But that extra week, and I'm sure they're probably the same way, but us not having had an open date for so long, we just needed a mental break as much as we did a physical break. But, I mean, we're going to go in that game pretty healthy, and that's exciting.
And I got to ask about the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
How do your approach for that? Because I know it is the last game for AJ here. But,
Yeah.
And you're very loyal to that. I know you
Correct.
want to take care of both things, but also look for the future.
Yeah, you know, I think it is all about who's the best player for this game. And I've just made no bones about it. I mean, AJ's got something in his shoulder that's going to have to be fixed. It's not getting any worse. It's something that will be fixed as soon as the season's over. For him, you know, just for as he moves forward in life, you know, he wants to be a coach, but you know, he'll want to get that fixed. I tell you what, he did do Saturday. He threw the ball well, and probably just some rest, and he threw it well. So we'll just kind of see. Tyler's played good, obviously as well. So, there's no doubt there's something, wrong with AJ that we're going to have to get fixed. But he did throw it well. So we'll just kind of see how it works out.
Any other questions for Coach?
The approach for the first week of practice right now, where you can really work the younger guys, is that the usual case, or because you don't really have as much time?
Correct.
You don't allow that?
So what really worked out so perfect for us was the fact that we played in the championship game. They did too. So, I think, we had the really good week of practice. Then we got the true open week, which we needed, because you're kind of figuring out, all right, most people would have gave them off that week and then started back. So we were able to practice for championship game and then have this week open. And now we're almost in a normal schedule. You're almost in a normal schedule. Obviously, you add a few days when we get there. But it'll be pretty normal for us, starting today, like a normal Monday.
Obviously it's extremely important, but, just because it's the last game, we're not going to change what we've been doing and change the things that have gotten us all the way to here. So, today, all this week, even when we get down there, that's going to be number one. We're going to keep doing the same things we've been doing.
Now, this defense has arguably been one of the best in the conference this season. And as far as the postseason award, y'all had a couple guys on the second team and some honorable mentions. But you didn't have any guys on the first team. Is that something that motivates this defense, because it's, as well as they played this year, not to have any first team selections?
Yeah. Obviously, just even last year, we were ranked, last in the nation. So even though we're trying to prove ourselves, we still got to continue to prove ourselves. So, it's just a chip on our shoulder.
Have people started to recognize you yet? Are you a celebrity now that you're a champion? Walking around Birmingham?
No, not really, because everybody thinks I play basketball. So.
Any other questions for Jamel?
Just talk about your expectations, what you want out of this bowl, because usually it's also a celebration of the season, but it's also something where you got to get the mix that you do want to get the win in that last game.
I think my expectation and pretty much everybody's expectation is we're going down there to win a football game. We're going to enjoy ourselves, we're going to have fun, but that's our number one priority, is to win this game and to just end our season on a good note. So that's what we're thinking about.